Howdy, cowboys. There's a new sheriff in town. Look at the state of this thing. Got a pretty good deal on this one at the old shopping centre. I had to really fight off a lot of people to get this one. You know, I feel great with this on my head. It's perfect. I feel more racist. I feel more homophobic, which aren't necessarily good things. But I'm just saying, it feels a bit like the hat from Harry Potter. You know, it's putting bad, silly thoughts in my head. But when I first saw it, it just shouted at me, "Hey, soft, come over here and put this on." So I've had it on and I've not taken it off since. I'm loving life. I'm just thrilled. I've recorded this maybe 3 times, and something's gone wrong every time. The camera just slowly moves up and it's just on the top of my head while I'm speaking. I've seen these things in captivity, man. I'd ever go in the ocean, you know, unsupervised. Like shit. Honestly, they look like shit. So if this one doesn't record right, I'm gonna kill myself live on camera. But boy, it's hard to feel down when you're wearing a crown. I'll tell you that, fellas, because this is. I want to walk outside with it on, but it's hot enough to do it. But I don't know. I can't start talking like this, man. When I'm wearing it, man, everyone's gonna think I'm being hit by a car and I've suffered a serious brain injury. But oh man, will I feel good while being judged? While being judged, I'll feel great. I feel gravy, man. I'm from Oklahoma. I feel it's more like a fishing hat, this. So maybe I need to get on the 7 Seas. But that brings me into my first little topic that I want to talk about. There's a lot of emotion in the ocean this week. With first of all, I watched a man get eaten alive by a shark, which is as terrifying as it sounds. And I mean, this thing knocked this motherfucker out the water and his legs were in the air. Really cartoonish. And this woman watched, and let me tell you, if I'm ever eaten by a shark, please don't have a middle-aged woman screaming in the background. I just want the last things I hear before I die. Just to be the sound of me gasping for air, blood pouring out of my head, and just the shark, the noise of the ocean will calm me down. Not just some freak going, "Ah! Ah!" Which is she's doing the whole time. It's crazy how women do that. Every video, somebody starts smashing someone with a grill at McDonald's, and there's a woman screaming. Please, just let people have fun. But the love for animals, I mean, truly is shocking, because the animals really don't give two hoots about us. But you'll see people defending the shark. I mean, people are saying, "Oh, how can you be surprised? How can you not expect to be eaten by a shark in the ocean?" Well, I guess we're not really its food, are we, mate? But it's like victim blaming, bro. I mean, you can't. It's like saying what a girl deserves to be sexually assaulted because she's what she's wearing, and she shouldn't be surprised. You're a joker, mate. Yeah, I want to paddleboard, right, in the open ocean, and I don't deserve to be eaten alive. But then the another story that I read is about these killer whales, orcas, shamu, and I've been to Florida, and I've seen these huge beasts, which are the actual apex predators of the ocean. And yeah, it's not looking good for a lot of ships, because these little fuckers have suddenly decided to start capsizing boats. And this is a recent phenomenon, okay? Because we've been living homogeneously with these creatures, and we've been taking them and putting them in aquariums for quite some time. And only recently have they started sussing out that they can just fly into these boats at full speed and kill everyone on board. Why are they doing that? Why? Are they getting annoyed? Are they not happy with how things are at the minute? Climate change. Are we finally being punished? Is God implanting biblical messages into the ocean that they're reading and they're then taking out on us? There's a lot to think about. But I'll tell you what. I used to feel sorry for these things. You watch blackfish. They shouldn't be in captivity. They should be out in the ocean roaming freely. Well, I'm sorry, guys. If you can't be trusted without destroying some sweet engineering, then I'm sorry. You got to stay. You got to stay down in an Olympics-wide swimming pool, because we can't be having that. And I'm going to go as far as say we should mount a large-scale international effort invading the ocean and killing every single one, or at least killing some of the top dogs, Mexican cartel style, hanging them in the bottom of the ocean and letting all these motherfuckers see and take pictures. It will spread fast around the ocean community, and I think that'll probably sort it all out. I guarantee I'd like to see these fuckers do it again after we start chopping some skulls, splitting wigs in the Great Barrier Reef. I'd like to see it. But all animals are just starting to get really testy at the minute. Every week there's a news story in England about a dog viciously eating a human alive. And why is that as well? Again, are they starting to twig on that the climate is heating up? Are they starting to get a bit angry? There's not as much rain. It's a little bit hotter in summer. But I will tell you what. I think I could take a dog. And it's a pit bull. They're ugly little things. I think I could take a dog. I'm going to be honest. I do think about if I was attacked by dogs, and if there's a group of them, I'd be a little bit worrisome, And if they just wanted to have sex with me, I'd grit my teeth and I'd get through it. But if they wanted to kill me, then I'd go out fighting. I wouldn't be just someone that wanted some easy prey. But one dog, I mean, I'm thinking straight away. I'm going for the eyes. If he's locked on my leg, growling, locked on, I'm getting these two fingers and I'm popping it straight in the eye. I'm gouging so deep with the thumb. I feel like I could do this just in the eye. Dog's blind, and he's probably stupid enough to carry on biting. So what? Then something's going up his butt. I'm not being funny. I'm gonna start jamming as much shit as I can find up this dog's butt. Whether it's my hand, whether it's some rocks and gravel, I'll just start picking up gravel, and I'll start jamming it up this dog's ass. Because you watch these videos where people get mauled, and the owners aren't really doing much. They're like slapping it and stuff like that, and then the other people are like, you wouldn't understand how hard I'd kick a dog in the head. If my life was in danger, I'll lose my right leg. To mean if I crunch it, one good kick, you're out. I'm sorry. I was never much of an athlete, but come on, man. I'll wind this bitch up and. But people get these things and they don't even know how to train them. It's like lockdown dogs, isn't it? They're like someone was bored and had some money from the government, and they went and bought a pit bull. Being in the house, never really accumulated to the other dogs in the neighborhood. 2 years later, it's got the fucking toddler in its mouth. But that's just a little bit of passion. I remember when I was, I had another little thought as well about I really just don't know where to piss in a toilet when I'm having a wee. I really just don't know. Especially when you're weeing in someone else's house. Remember a sleepover or something like that, and you go in the pitch black. You don't want to upset anyone, and you go into the toilet and wee. You don't wee in the middle. I mean, come on. Onto the open air. I mean, come on. That's like That's like something you see on Animal Planet. You know, David Attenborough narrating over some sort of silverback gorilla trying to get the alpha male position in the pack. And that's not for me, man. It's not for me. And when I do wee in these toilets in strangers' houses, and you know, I'm in strangers' houses for my job. I'm not just willy nilly walking into people's houses asking for wees. But I wee on the back. You know, I keep it on the back porcelain. But it's really like somebody's like the equivalent of welding onto it, and the amount of sparks that come off it is like my piss. It just goes everywhere. I'm like quite tall as well, so then again I got a long penis, so that kind of equals it out. I mean, I was going to go for the velocity angle and say that my wee is just jumping out of my body at such a tremendous rate that once it hits the water, the water has no other choice but to jump out the bowl. You know, it's that frightened. But just a little bit of food for thought, you know, what I was thinking about.